Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the Palestinian School in Qatar with Mr. Abdullah Shurrab. We are going to continue talking about the sixth grade English for Palestine students book with Unit 13, Period 3, and with our title, Where Does Rain Come From? In the previous lessons, we talked about the water cycle and we talked new vocab and we practiced them. Let's now take more practicing about the vocabs and the lesson. Please listen, say boo or hooray. Okay, let's listen. If the sentence is correct, you have to thumb up or say hooray. If the sentence is wrong, you have to thumb down or say boo. Let's see, listen, and do.
1. The water cycle starts when the water gets hot.
What do you think? The water cycle starts when the water gets hot. What do you think? Hooray or boo? Hey, the sun makes the water hot, the water cycle starts. Let's see the second sentence.
2. Hot water changes into snow.
Hot water changes into snow. Is it hooray or boo? Is it right or wrong? What do you think? Where is the correct answer? This one or this one? It's boo. Hot water changes into vapor, not snow. Let's see the third sentence.
3. Hot air rises. 4.
No, just three. Hot air rises. Where does the hot air go? Is it rise up or go down? The hot air. Did you remember? The hot air rises. Excellent. Let's see sentence 4.
Mr. Ali says the children are all correct.
Mr. Ali said the children that are all correct. When he asked them about where does rain come from, they said rain comes from the sky, from the sea, from rivers, from the clouds. And Mr. Ali said all your answers are correct. So this is hooray. Excellent. Let's see sentence number 5 and guess is it right or wrong.
5. The clouds are below us.
Clouds, which is in the sky, are below us. Hooray or boo? What do you think? Where is the clouds? The clouds are above us, not below us. So it's boo. The last sentence.
6. The sun makes the water change into vapor.
The sun makes the water change into vapor. Right or wrong? Hooray or boo? What do you think? This or this? This or this? It's correct. Hooray! Now let's move to the next activity. Activity number 2. Read, then tick the correct sentences. Let's read and tick the first one. Water vapor changes into clouds. Water vapor changes into clouds. Tick or cross. Let's see the correct answer. Tick. Question number 2. The clouds become heavy with water and it rains. The clouds become heavy with water and it rains. Tick or cross? What do you think? Let's see. Excellent. 3. Vapor is air with water in it. It feels dry. Vapor. What is the vapor? It is an air with water in it. It feels dry. It feels dry. What do you think? Tick or cross? It's cross. Why? Because it feels wet, not dry. So underline dry and write wet next to this word. Write wet. It's not dry. The correct answer, it feels wet. Let's move to sentence number 4. The sun and the clouds are high above us. The sun and the clouds are high above us. Tick or cross? 1, 2, 3. It's tick. Very good. Let's move to 5. The water cycle tells us how we get food. The water cycle tells us how we get food. What do you think? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you think? Huh? Cross? Excellent. It's a cross because the water cycle tells us how we get water, not how we get food. So please correct this word and write water next to it. The last sentence in this activity 6. Rain comes from the plants. Rain comes from the plants. And the correct answer is cross. Rain comes from the sea, the rivers, the clouds, the sky, but it never comes from the plants. Never comes from the plants. And so these are our answers. Check your answers. And let's move to the third activity. Read and complete the sentences. We are going to fill the gaps with the words from Unit 13, the 12 words that we talked in the previous two lessons. So let's read them and then I'll give you some time to fill the gaps. Number 1, the space makes the water get hot. What heats the water? 2. The hot water changes into space. The hot water changes into space. 3. The hot vapor. What happens to the hot vapor? Space. 4. The space cools the vapor. What cools the vapor? What cools the vapor? 5. Then the vapor space into clouds. What happened? Or what happens to the vapor when it cools? Space. 6. The clouds get heavy and it space. When the clouds get full of water, what happens? I'll give you 10 seconds and answer the questions with you. You can pause me if you want to more time. And let's start. Number 1, the space makes the water get hot. The sun makes the water get hot. Is it correct? Good. Let's move to the second one. 2. The hot water changes into vapor. It changes into vapor. 3. The hot vapor, what happens to the hot vapor? It rises. The hot vapor rises. 4. The space cools the vapor. What cools the vapor? The air. The light wind cools the vapor. 5. Then the vapor space into clouds. What happens to the vapor? It changes into clouds. 6. The clouds get heavy and finally it rains, and after that the water cycle starts again. Let's move to the last activity. Activity number 4. Read page 28, then write answers to the questions. We already read the uh, the lesson, and let's start with answering the questions. Number 1. What makes the water get hot? The sun. Excellent. The sun makes the water get hot. Number 2. What happens to the hot water? We said that what happens to the hot water? The hot water, it becomes vapor. Hot water becomes vapor. 3. Why does hot water rise? Why does the hot water rise? Why do you think? Because the sun makes it hot. The sun makes the water hot, so it rises up. Number 4. How does hot water become clouds? How does hot water become clouds? What makes the hot water clouds? It cools and becomes clouds. What cools the hot water? The air cools the hot vapor and it becomes cloud. 5. When does it rain? We said that more than one time in the lesson. When does it rain? When the clouds are full of water or when the clouds get full of water. What does it mean when your teacher puts a tick on your work? That's mean your work is 100% true, which means is your work is correct. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time, Mr. Abdullah Sharab. See you. Salam alaikum.